Welcome back
Galileo.
to the Gulthias tree. This is session number 9, titled Vampire Killer. Last session, the group arrived at a town in the Misty Lands. They have found out that this town is a strange one, to be sure, but they were initially investigating a tower just north west of here that was supposed to be host to a monster slayer named Van Cushing. They didn't find him there, met with a strange lady who had the same last name as one of their associates, then traveled from there to the town that they're in that I started talking about but didn't finish talking about. It's a weird town, to be sure. They've done some investigating. They found a secret lair underneath the inn, and they've been invited there to wait to meet with Van Cushing in a less open area. Where they initially met with him was to open an area to have a meaningful conversation, and hopefully that problem will be rectified. To be short, just to make sure I understand for you all. Hold on. Somehow it got switched up again. Bear with me here. All right, there we go. Perfect. So, I told you it'd be about an hour or so before Van Cushing would arrive, based on what you were told. Um, are you waiting inside of the basement of the tavern and inn, or are you going to surface at any point?
I was just gonna chill in the basement.
Okay, that's one vote for basement.
Is there alcohol in the basement?
There is actually a couple of bottles of wine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
He said he would bring beer.
he said he would bring beer if that was. Yep. The bottles of wine that are down here look like they're very dusty, very old, like they were stored down here intentionally. Do you want to wait for the ale, or are you going to try and drink the wine?
I'm gonna try to drink some wine.
Okay. Once he comes back down with the ale, he sees that Nodder is drinking the wine and kind of goes, "It's fine. Please don't open any other bottles, though." And heads back up, leaving you with the beer. Again, in the meantime, any attempts to escape?
Escape.
I wanted,
Escape.
I wanted to join the festivities.
Sure. In the drinking process, you mean?
No, I wanted to go to the festival.
Festival.
Okay.
Oh,
So, yeah, if that's the case, you want to go back up, you can. You would go back to where they were lancing wolf heads, and you would see that they are currently throwing what appear to be chunks of meat, kind of bloody meat, at the individuals in the stocks. Everybody besides the people in the stocks are very happy and laughing, but it's kind of wet slaps. You can see bruising on the faces of the individuals who are having the meat tossed at them, and definitely a weird sight to be sure. Do you do anything in particular up there, or
Oh, sorry. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the basement. A little too barbaric for me.
okay?
too messy.
All right. You would have probably overheard that they were calling them malicious unhappiness bringers, um, and to punish them, um, they are to be one with the defeated wolf. All right. Let's see.
They really want to be happy around here.
If you go back down below, um, it's not too much longer, about an hour or so, before the door that you entered into, the secret passageway in the stables, opens up, and you hear the wooden steps kind of creaking as someone descends down. You can see that it is the individual you met in the back area near the painted wagon. He descends down. You saw him last. He was wearing kind of a purple attire with like a purple cap. His white, scraggly hair kind of pulled back a bit, and his beard kind of tousled. He descends into the area and looks to you all, kind of stroking his beard, and says, "As it was foretold by the Mad Mage, a group of heroes coming up from the grave of Gulthias. I do not want to know much about the world beyond. If I sought its comforts, I would have left with a bitter heart long ago. So then, what is your purpose, do you think, in coming here? If it aligns with what I think it should be, then we should make for good bedfellows. If not, well, we'll see how skewed our desires are."
Well, I think our primary goal is to find a way out of the Bitterheart Vale without the Bitter Hearts.
There is no way out of the Bitterheart Vale without the Bitter Hearts. There are two ways to leave this place. In the company of the Bitterheart Wanderers, or, if the Mad Mage is to be believed, with the blood of Gulthias on your lands.
If that means taking down Gulthias.
Yep, I guess we're gonna have to go ahead and kill Gulthias then, because I intend to go back to our world.
Many like you have risen up inside of the towns in the Bitterheart Vale. They have a false sense of security in their own capabilities. And I say false not as a deterrent for you and your own abilities, but more as a cautionary warning for those who've stood against Gulthias before you. Did you have a chance to see anything about the festival this afternoon? Stop by and hear about it at all?
Stopped by for a little. Couldn't make much of what was happening.
Yeah.
If I stayed too long, I probably would have hurt someone for what they were doing.
Or
It
been
was-
hurt?
Extremely messy.
The town's currently celebrating the death of the wolf trader. Early on in the inception of the rulership structure of the Vale, Gulthias swore certain individuals to his fealty. One such group was a tribe of werewolves. But it became apparent that the leader of the tribe of werewolves, the former ruler of this town, sought to bring Gulthias low. And with his loyalists, he attempted to do just that. Right there in the town square. He asked Gulthias to come to his town, to grace this town with the ruler's visit. And when the vampire lord descended upon this town, on hoofs of flame and black, many of his number retreated from him, afraid. And despite his calls of cowards behind them, they did not return. When they faced Gulthias, he tore the head clean off of their leader. In a matter of seconds, everyone surrendered to him at that point. Not a one was allowed to live. If you go to the northern gate, their skulls are still on display on pikes at those gates. Many others have stood against him. Many others stand against him in quiet, in cellars not unlike this one. What do you know of Gulthias?
Through his servant, We know he's a powerful demon. We know he's ancient and should be dead.
Yeah, we don't know too much detail over Gulthias, honestly.
You lack knowledge. You lack humbleness. You lack caution. I don't know where you come from, but I hope that brashness isn't as punished there as it is here. And hopefully your luck will come with you. I will tell you this. It is my intent to head up the Solon Pass to a place known as the Amber Temple. I do not think that you are ready to accompany me. Instead, I would rather you gain the trust of an associate of mine. There's a town further east from here, further along in the Vale, closer to the gates that lead to Old Altaria. I would like for you to go there, to that town. The village of Barov. Beyond the Serpool. I wish for you to see if he is still willing to accompany us in our goals of slaughtering the Vampire Lord. I, of course, am not your master, nor do I wish to be. So, you do as you please. But, I assure you, if you were to go and attempt to confront Gulthias at this stage, based on what I see before me, I do not think that you would fare well. Nor do I think that even if I were among your number, we would have a chance.
Your mission is to eventually slay Gulthias, though, yes?
It has been my life's work.
Is he? What's the nature of Gulthias as a vampire? Does he have traditional weaknesses? Sunlight, the cross.
It's very good that you know these things. It is presumed, yes, but he has never been defeated in combat, mortal, for anyone to try and implement a death blow via stake through the heart. The land is covered with mists, so he's allowed to travel freely throughout the day and throughout the night. It's his realm. Some say that he is considered to be weaker during the day than he is during the night. Although there is really no evidence to prove that's the case.
So you, all right, continue.
No. You were going to interrupt me. Go ahead.
He uses the mist as as like a thief would use shadows.
Correct.
Or,
Alenia says, I don't think it's that simple. And you see him kind of look to her. Not her. You felt it when we passed through, did you not? Remember when we walked through the mists at the tree?
oh,
Did you see others besides us in the mists?
yeah. Actually, yes.
We passed through the land of the dead. We passed through the land of Aerith into a realm of pure shadow. Is that not incorrect, Master Van Cushing? He kind of looks down. That is accurate. This world is not of the world known as Urs. This place is a remnant. A undead place. Alenia nods. My suspicions are correct. Van Cushing kind of looks to Nodder again. His power here is absolute. This place was given to him by the demon he swore fealty to. His work in the world was done, and he was cast from that place to here.
So does his power come from the demon?
It initially did, yes.
Does that demon hold power here also?
I do not know. I know that Gulthias is the lord of this dread place.
Well, in my experience, there's always a way to beat someone. Always. I have no illusions of grandeur about my own abilities, but you can't do anything without starting first, so I'm willing to move on to this person that you speak of to the east.
Very good.
Do we know the name of the demon
I don't know, do we?
that's ruled by, or that rules Gulthias?
You would see that Van Cushing kind of... I do not know its name.
May not say it.
The he takes a moment and says to you, if you go to the town of Strafania, from which the Vale gets its initial namesake, there's a place known as the Blood of the Vine Tavern. In that place you'll find an individual named Isman. Isman Kolyani. He is the one who I feel would be helpful here. I believe some call him Isman the Lesser. He is a...
Is there an Isman the Greater?
He is a noble who many in the town of Strafania feel has not removed himself from the shadow of his own father. His father being the master of the town of Strafania. Isman is a capable man, a servant of the Morning Lord. He sees that something is wrong, and the people of his town fear the one who rules this region. If his assertion that he wished to aid us in fighting was honest, then simply telling him my name should bring him to your side. And he should be able to lead you to what is pressing in his town to assist him in being more ready to join us.
So do we need to meet you back here?
No. I should return back to my tower after my business at the Emperor Temple. However, if I cannot be found there, and you feel you are capable, you could attempt to follow in my footsteps up the mountain. However, I swear to you, it is not a pleasureful trip, storming up Storm's Eye in hopes of finding a crypt within a temple of which rumors tell that there is more information as to how Gulthias was formed in the first place. Again, I chase shadows in hopes of defeating them. You have a more direct path before you. Isman. He's a capable sword, or at least he should be. His father spent a lot of money on the practice. If nothing else, he will give you a direction beyond what I am able to offer.
Okay.
It can grant you some boons. He places a couple of items out onto the table. A wooden stake, a small hand throwing hammer, and a bottle of what appears to be kind of a clear water-like substance, but apparently when picked up or jostled kind of fizzes a bit, like it's carbonated.
Once I see the stake, I remember the root of the tree that I still have with me. I show it to Richter and ask him, well, this will serve the same purpose as that stake. This was from the Gulthias tree that brought us here. Could this help you chase one of your shadows?
No, it's best that you hold on to that. The stake I grant you may not be strong against Gulthias, but may aid you in dealing with his servants. He has granted others beneath him the curse he was granted by that demon so long ago. Those are his most trusted lieutenants. If you were to run afoul of them, I would suggest using this instead of that. From what I recall of my history lessons and my temporary access to the libraries of Krex, the tree that you came from was grown up from a stake, not unlike the one you hold in your hand, that was used to impale the lieutenant by an individual named... I cannot remember his name. Elenia says, Iverio. He looks to her. Correct. I wish you the best of luck. I must make haste on my journey. You see him start to walk past you deeper into the basement. He walks to that wine rack where you pulled the wine from, reaches down and grabs a very specific bottle, which, at a character note, I did roll to see if you grabbed it instead of the one you got. And you watch as the wine rack and the wall behind it kind of shift to the side, opening into a tunnel. He steps into it. You see him light a torch, and the door shuts as he finally gets the flame alight.
Why?
Fancy.
Elenia looks to you all. Go ahead.
To Isman? It's night now, isn't it?
It is dark. I suppose we should travel out. You hear a voice come from the stairs. You may want to follow him in the direction that he went, but when you come to the fork in the path, take a right. He will have taken a left. It's the best way out of town, unless you wish to leave by your own means. He then kind of saunters back upstairs. The barkeep.
Cool. So, right, not left.
Everything in your body's like, oh, I can't. Left first in a dungeon. You always go left. Is that where we're headed?
No
Again,
time like the present.
I definitely do not want a railroad. You can leave outside of the town, like via the town if you'd like, but he has given you an offer to go a different direction through stealth.
I'm down for stealth.
Stealth seems cool.
Yeah. It seems too crazy up there to go through the city.
Okay.
And then we'd have to deal with guards, and nobody wants to deal with that.
If we catch up to him, if we're fast enough, we can just hang out, you know? And
Oh, he's going left. So, yeah, if you're going right, it would be the direction that you want to go. But yeah, if you enter into the secret space and continue walking through it, about 40 or so feet into it, you'll note that the walls kind of shift from their stone structure to kind of small alcoves in the side walls lined with skulls, and the lower ones lined with bones. It appears to be an old crypt or kind of structured um, uh, sepulture.
Catacombs.
Which have been built under the town proper. As you get closer to the gap, you would note that there's a lot of dampness present. Your presumption is that this water that's kind of sinking in through the soil might be coming from the lake to the north. But it appears to be holding, and it isn't flooding at all. And then you manage to get to the fork. Left or right?
Well, we were told right.
Again, I'm not forcing you to do
Oh.
anything. I don't want it to feel like you're being railroaded. Again, I do want to make sure you feel like you have choices.
But also, do we have an idea of which direction this tunnel is currently going? I should have asked that before. I'm sorry.
Based on like your knowledge of how you entered into the basement and where the hole in the basement was, you've headed north to get to the fork, and then it's east and west, or west and east rather. So east would be to your right, and west would be to your left.
Okay. And we know that east is where the town that we need to go to is.
Right.
So then I would say that we do take the right path.
Okay.
But that's only if we want to find this Isman guy.
Sounds good.
Everyone else.
All right. So if everyone's okay with that, just chime in, say hi, whatever.
sorry, I was muted. I agree. I'm in. Go right.
Cool. Okay, if that's the case, you head that way, and you continue on for another 20 or so minutes until you get to a point where there are a series of steps that lead up and to an old rickety wooden like cellar door. It's not hard to open up, just slight push, and you'll realize that you're outside of the town, and this appears to be a false basement to a small house, which does appear to have candlelight inside, it being kind of later in the afternoon. And it does look like there's smoke billowing from the smokestack of this small house. Not too far from where you're standing, to the south, you would see that there is the Old King's Road, and you can see that just down the way to the west, you can see the eastern gate of the town of Baltic.
So like a Monster Hunter's Underground Railroad.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Shall we go on?
The town of Stefania?
Yeah. East, right?
Yes, correct.
So just keep on trucking, get out of this house, get onto the road.
Okay. Now, as I said, it is dark out. Do you want to continue on during the night, or do you want to try and find a safe camp point not too far from the town to kind of set up and rest up?
Well,
I would like to rest.
Fair. Should we camp just off the road, or do we want to find some protection like the trees?
Yeah, if we're gonna camp, I agree with tree line.
Okay. So then you're going to continue down the path a bit and find a nice area to kind of reside in the forest. Alenia's not much of a survivalist and isn't going to be much assistance here. If you are trained in survival, you can go ahead and make a survival check. If there's more than one of you, you can work together at that effort.
Let's see.
I
got it.
am.
Okay. So
Yeah.
good efforts. You managed to find a pretty decent, safe area just off the road, away from Bollock. Um, it is a bit cold out. You do feel that setting a campfire here might bring some eyes to you, but based on where you've set it up, where you're planning on setting up, rather, it won't bring too many eyes to where you're located. Just near where you're located, on this kind of off spot, there is kind of a small kind of offshoot trail, and you found that it's kind of got a area in it that looks like it might have been an old ravine of some sort, which has kind of given way to like a dirty, rustic trail, and it's kind of hidden between stacks of rocks. It might serve. Okay, you set a campfire. You start to hit the hay. How are watches going to be divvied out for this evening?
I'll take
I
last watch as usual.
haven't taken a first yet, so I'll take a first.
Okay. And I would like for you as a group to go ahead and roll me 3d20. I don't care who rolls them. Just let me know what the results are.
I did the last roll.
I think Michael's up for a roll.
Someone's got to be me.
You're on mute.
Yep, just noticed that. Does it matter if like each one of us roll a number?
Yeah, I don't mind who rolls the 3d20s. I just need 3 20-sided dice.
Because you just roll one, right, Liz?
How it happened.
No,
Oh,
that was
I heard-
survival.
Oh, I thought I only just heard the sound for that. That's weird. Okay, I guess I'll roll 3d20. 35. It's terrible.
Nah.
On a 20-sided dice, you got 35.
Yep.
Out of 3.
Out of 3. I got an 11, a 20, and a 4.
That's weird. I'm not seeing the rolls on my side.
Then they don't count.
Okay, so I get to roll again. Are you still not seeing them?
Oh, there they are.
I can see him.
Okay, so that's fine. Those will work. Who had first watch?
It was me.
I can
David's
go
dead.
next.
Okay, give me a second here.
I knew it.
Setting up a thing.
The wolves are gonna come sniff my feet. I'll be like, oh. Just eating some jerky.
Yep, trail rations.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this lag is weird. Alright. Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, roll 20, you are goofy.
A goofy goober.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you should be on a map.
Yes.
Now, that's not your terminate position, but if you can see there, that's the old road that I mentioned. It was kind of like an old ravine. So the real road is actually north of here. You're just off of it a ways, and you can see too that the trees that look like they're cut down, just assume that they are not. They just go all the way up and are
It's really
much
tall.
taller. The ones that look like they're kind of bushy and stuff, those are low, kind of close to the ground trees. And yeah, your fire pit is that's where it's got to be. But based on where it's located, you can place yourself wherever you would like to be. And then whoever's on first watch, I need to know who you are. So
It's
Nodder,
me.
right? Okay, cool. So Nodder, it looks like the bushes behind you are so dense and so kind of like compacted that if anything were to kind of move through them, you wouldn't be able to see it, but you for sure would be able to hear it. So there's no real reason to just stare at a wall of tree and mass and bush. It seems that if you're going to be assailed during your time here, it is most likely going to come from either the north from the road, from the south from this weird trail, or from the west entirely.
Mm-hmm. Let's go above that tree line a little bit.
Okay. All right. So during the first watch, you kind of keep an eye out, are looking around, keeping a good focus. Axe kind of, held out in front of you, um, and it's a pretty uneventful watch. Not much really happens during it. You do hear what sounds like riders to the north, kind of trundling down the road. Make a perception check.
Okay. I see everything.
You're not sure with that 12. You're not sure what direction they were going. It's just a loud sound to the north, so you're not sure if they were going from west to east or east to west. You know they're certainly not coming south, though.
They're not coming here.
Correct.
Is all I really.
Yep. And who do you want to wake up for the second watch?
We didn't agree on who was ill.
So who do you want to wake up for the second watch?
Yeah, I guess I'll wake up Hero.
All right. Hero, you're awakened in the middle of the night.
Humble.
All right. You stand up to take the watch, I presume?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. I am
Yeah.
awake. I have been awakened by Bear.
That
I
is
was me go to sleep.
that is fair.
Should be fine.
Gonna hang out over here next to the road.
You can see that the fire is going pretty decently. It does look like Nodder and Sen in their initiation of this campsite did manage to get enough bundle of twigs and kindling to kind of aid you in kind of keeping the fire going through the night. But it also does seem that the temperature has descended a bit outside of the fire's warmth. It's just a cold night. And yeah, just a bit strange too, because it feels like the sun is at its zenith at this point during your watch, and it's a full moon, and it's probably one of the biggest moons you've ever seen in your entirety. Like, you're not sure if it's something about the way the clouds and the mists are kind of magnifying it, but it just feels looming and just present over top you. You're almost drawn into it. Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm pulling up the sheet. And we got a 11.
You're almost drawn into it, and you kind of feel like you're, kind of staring at it, until you hear kind of a sound of footfall just across the way from you. And when you raise your eyes to look in that direction, the darkness is no longer completely devoid of all light. You can see what appear to be kind of bluish colored eyes glaring back at you, and you can see the shape and form of the creature. Let me go ahead and do some dynamic lighting real quick to make this a bit more dramatic. No global. Should be pitch black for you. I'll change that. Hold on. Now you have vision. And I just set down a token. It should be manifesting shortly. Roll 20 willing.
Should I be seeing the token?
Yeah, you
For a second there, I thought you asked to roll 20 willing, and then I was like, I got it.
hilarious.
No token.
Its stealth is so good. That even roll 20 doesn't detect it.
So, yeah, it appears that my Monster Manual assets are not working properly. So I'm going to have to go the roundabout way to do it. Just bear with me, sorry.
I'll be back. Just a sec.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my clothes in the dryer real fast.
Okay, yeah, good second to take a second.
Good second to take it.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to also take a second.
Yeah, perfect. Oh my god.
I have returned.
Yeah, I'm apologizing already. This is goofy.
We broke it.
It would seem.
Okay, Zoom was broken yesterday.
I guess we just have to imagine.
Imagination.
No.
I see it.
Finally.
There's a big boy.
Oh, I don't see it.
You don't see it? It's gigantic.
Not yet.
And there's another one.
Still working on the monster.
Got him.
Oh, he's down.
What?
He's down.
I'm gonna hit refresh. See if that.
He was like, ask him if he figured it out so I can make a drink. And then I was like, he's got it. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go make a drink.
If that's the case, I'm gonna go make myself a drink. If you want to take a second, just so you are aware, everyone who isn't Michael, you're unconscious. You're asleep.
Yeah.
That will not be accurately true for Aveline, who would technically be in downtime, but she's still aware of her surroundings. So if you see Hero start to draw blades, you'll be able to react to that and wake up and stuff. But we'll get to how that'll work here in a second. I'm going to go grab a beverage. Thanks for whoever's watching. It does look like there are viewers. We're just going to take a quick second. Be right back.
We're just chilling
I got a banter.
No.
about conspiracy theories.
Oh my god.
Got some Bigfoot ones.
That Bigfoot's an alien?
Yes! Bigfoot is an extraterrestrial, multidimensional being.
Alright, I've not heard this. I've heard of Bigfoot the alien.
Oh, you
Like a
have,
hoax.
but you haven't heard of Bigfoot, the extraterrestrial, interdimensional being?
No.
Man, he's cool.
There's a theory.
I'll have to send you some links.
The one I heard was Bigfoot is like a alien, and they're trying to mislead us from aliens by pretending to be Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Pretending to be folklore monsters by being aliens.
I mean, that's part of the theory, but also that Bigfoot has always been an alien, and that part of the reason why he is seen in all over the world is because he can blip from place to place. And that's why nobody, like when you're looking for him, you can't find him because he's just invisible.
That's some SCP type shit.
Right? That's the kind of conspiracy theories I like.
SCP.
Bark
Yeah.
wolf, bark, bark wolf.
Bark, bark.
The dog.
Like the chihuahua down the hall from me that I want to punt kick into oblivion.
Sounds about accurate.
I wouldn't actually, but he's very annoying.
Yeah, but
There was a Reddit I saw that was like the back in time meme, and one of them was like, go back in time and make sure chihuahuas were never created.
Someone, please. I can actually hear him right now. Every time. Every day. Doesn't matter what time of the day. Someone comes in through the front door, it barks. Someone comes in the back door, it barks. You go outside in the morning to go to work,
it barks.
and it's out there. It barks and it tries to bite your ankles.
Sounds like a dog.
And you can only soundproof an earplug so much.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally down like
So
4 doors down the hall from me,
let's wait.
and
Oh.
I can hear it in my bedroom with my front door closed and my bedroom door closed.
It's no good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my dog, she sleeps on my side of the bed when I'm not there because I stay up later than Laura does. And whenever I'm heading to bed, I have to trick the dog into thinking it's going to get treats so that it leaves the bed. Then I get it into this office room, and then I'm like, okay, bye, and get to my bed real quick. And if I don't do that, like I just went to go get myself this beverage, she thinks that someone's attacking Laura, and she defends her honor.
What a good dog.
I don't know about that.
You're a stranger to her
Oh,
after all the time.
It's been a long day with that dog today.
no. My parents, to be fair, my parents' dogs do that too. He's a Pekingese poodle mix. And he'll be perfectly sleeping on you, and then like whenever you're sleeping on the couch or in the chair, and then whenever you get up, it'll move over to someone else, and then he'll fall asleep again. And then you come back into the room and sit down or whatever, and he just goes ballistic. Or whenever like my dad's about to go to bed, because he always goes to bed early because he's old.
Gotcha.
He goes to bed at like 9 p.m.
That's Laura.
But
It's 8 o'clock. She's asleep. She's in bed.
oh, man,
Be really wrong with that.
so early.
I'm take a nap in the afternoon and stay up till like 1 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
Sometimes 9
He'll
o'clock.
get up, kiss my mom, good night, and their dog will just go nuts.
Is he going insane with his drink making?
I mean, he's making a Michael drink, so so
Oh.
his standard drink is
So
the
it's going to be 30
standard-
minutes.
Well, we'll go ahead and pick up next session. Shaky shake hands.
He's making me one too. He's trying to drive it over.
Yeah, he's gonna just go ahead and drive that over. Yeah.
Roll credits.
It's like, I wanted to make a margarita, but those take too much. Oh, did you let her out?
I just did.
Okay, good.
I poured Di Serono and orange juice in a cup. that's
I
my.
I have my gin
I'm calling
and I
it
have my tonic.
an amaretto sour, despite that it's not. It's not that. That's not what it is.
Ah.
Made my
Okay.
first one like
All right.
3 weeks.
So
Do
you
it.
you see the eyes looking at you. You'd also see that there are other pairs of eyes kind of looking at you with your dark vision. You should be able to see everything. Well, no.
Nope. Well, I actually I can. It's just kind of a little bit dimmer. Is that normal?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I can see it then.
they're in your dim light.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So at this stage, we're going to go right into it. So as I mentioned, Stephanie, you are technically aware it will take you a turn to activate. So during this first turn, you will be surprised. Hero will not. And Nodder, Sen, and Alenia are asleep. Yep.
Essentially dead to the world.
Essentially dead to the world. However, if things happen, you will have opportunities to wake up. And just for my sanity, we're going to go ahead and have everybody roll initiative.
Coincidentally, I'm dreaming about this exact encounter, so I'm super ready.
Oh.
Oh, I did not send my result to the turn tracker. Whoops.
Shit, I did it. I did the same thing.
Okay,
There
now
we
it
go.
did.
Alright.
Sorry, I lost my character sheet. I
Stephanie.
gotta do it again. There it is.
14.
Closed it by accident.
And he did the same thing. Everybody didn't select their token.
Select the token!
It's been, a
So
while.
easy to do it.
It's been a while since we fought.
It has. It has.
I tried that last session or 2 sessions ago, and it wouldn't let me roll initiative.
Hmm.
Like it wouldn't bring me to my character sheet anymore.
On 21, Sen sleeps. On 20, Nodder sleeps. On 17, Alenia sleeps. Despite being unconscious, they are the most quick and ready to go. Hero, you are on 15. So just to let you know, real game functionality to D&D functionality. You can attempt to rouse your allies in one of 2 ways, your choice. You can, as an action, yell really loud and try and get their attention. They will make perception checks versus a very moderate difficulty class, and if they succeed, they will awake. They have disadvantage on those checks because they are unconscious. Or as an action, you can go to one individual and shake them awake as your action, and then that will awaken them.
I'm gonna go over and kick them.
Yeah, it's the action is to basically, in some way, affect them so that they wake up. But yeah,
Okay.
you can also just fight. And the sounds of combat might wake them.
Hero's got it. Just fight.
Right.
So is it my go?
You got this.
It is your initiative, that's correct.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, as an action, I'm going to yell really loud.
Okay.
So,
Nodder and Sen, go ahead and make perception checks. Again, you have disadvantage for these, and I'll make one with Alenia.
As an action, I'm just gonna roll over in my cot.
I need one from Nodder.
Me.
Yeah.
Perception.
Yeah, that disadvantage is no good.
We are sleepy beans.
All right.
would have been amazing.
Aveline, this is the turn of you powering up. Do you have any movement, Hero? Do you want to take any movement at all?
Man.
And as a part of your move, draw your weapons.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get between them and our group right here.
Okay.
And draw my weapons to take a stand to protect my friends.
As you watch, you'll see that the wolves kind of move towards the firelight, but they seem to kind of stop and kind of pace around it, as if they're not confident enough to move and breach into the light themselves. You can see that they also appear to be moving in kind of a pattern to kind of flank. You can see that there's one wolf of a regular variety, with kind of dark gray fur, that's moving out from behind this massive tree over here to the southern side of your firelight. And as you're kind of watching them all objectively, you see the blue eyes that you first witnessed kind of stalk into the light. And as they do so, you can see that there's white mist kind of flowing from the snout of this massive white-furred wolf. And as it stares directly at you, I would like for you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
That's just clicking the actual dexterity
Save, yeah.
Stat, right?
No, it should be the small box of saves there next to the stats.
Oh, yep, I see. Okay. Got an 8.
It breathes out from its mouth a burst of freezing cold air that assails your body. You take 18 points of cold damage.
18?
18.
That's real cold.
I hate the cold.
We gonna die.
First,
The sound of it kind of lets out with kind of a growl, like a low rumbling dog sound. I would like for the 3 who are still unconscious to go ahead and make another perception check. We're still in disadvantage town. And
you're making me waste all my good rolls.
You see, Aveline, that Alenia is kind of roused from her sleep and kind of looks over. All right. To the top of the initiative, Sen, you are unconscious, but there are things happening. At the start of your turn, go ahead and just one more perception check. And Nodder, go ahead. You're on deck with yours as well, so go ahead and throw it. Sen, it becomes clear to you that something is happening as this is getting a bit more close. As you kind of look up from your bedroll, you can see that there's rime all over Hero and his blades as he kind of crossed them to try and block himself, and some is actually hit onto the tree behind him. And you can see that Nodder's still sleeping, probably snoring, I presume. Alenia awoke during last turn. She'll take her movement to stand up, and she will ready herself, equipping her shield and drawing her mace this turn. And she'll move to right about here. Hero, you can see that you're supported. And it's your initiative again.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, I need to change the music while you're thinking about what you're doing.
We need some battle music.
For sure.
The Attack on Titan first OP.
Not a bad choice, but
On repeat for an hour.
I'm going to dash up, not actually dash, walk up to, it's trying to sound cool by saying dash. Gonna walk up to the white wolf.
Cool too, though.
Going to attack it with the old vicious longsword. Oh, there we go. Now I'll win. That's what I was missing.
swing.
23.
Hits.
And then 8 slashing.
Solid.
Couldn't we just like talk this out?
Second attack?
Yeah, what if they're part of the cult of the wolves that try to betray them?
Yeah.
So with the vicious longsword, it's +6. That would have been a 26 if it was a crit.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how that works. Okay. I'm trying to remember because technically I have the improved critical.
Yeah, pro tip, and that's already included. So if you roll a 19, it should
okay.
auto do it. But if you roll over your result, you'll see a kind of like atom symbol, and it'll say rolling 1d20 CS greater than 20 plus 4 strength plus 2 proficiency 17 plus 4 plus 2. It's literally showing you how the math is interjected into that dice roll. And so what the CS greater than 20 means is if you roll a 19 or 20 in that regard, it'll crit, the crit strike, CS, and then your modifier is your strength plus 4 and your proficiency plus 2 added to a roll of 17, which is in the parentheses brackets.
Gotcha. I never actually noticed that.
Yep. Same's true of any dice roll that hits the table. So what you will note, though, is the colors will pop up. If it's a critical success, it'll show up green for you. And if it's a fumble, it'll show up red. And if you're rolling multiple dice and you roll an average aggregate, basically you are rolling as many ones as you're rolling as many successes, it'll show up as blue.
Actually, you know what? Negate everything I just did because I clicked the two-handed attack.
Okay. So you swing with you have the vicious longsword in two hands. I'll go ahead and say that you come down with it and strike in, and then kind of back away. And as you're flailing it out on the side, you're drawing the other weapon, whose name I forget. Shatterspike. You're drawing Shatterspike.
Oh, I do. I didn't even. Oh man, I'm totally screwing up. I forgot I had Shatterspike all this time.
It's all right.
We haven't fought in so long.
You're definitely you're like this feels wrong.
Yeah, like why would I go with the vicious longsword first?
Now he's styling.
Okay.
Still not bad on the damage. You still have a bonus action. I can't remember if breath weapons are bonus actions for.
They're not, but actions. I'm going to actually. I'm going to action surge to be able to do it anyways.
Okay.
So action surge and then lightning breath, which is going to be.
What's the range on the lightning breath, by the way?
Oh, it's 30 feet. Is there someone behind him?
Yeah, there are, but...
Well, yeah, I don't think...
Yeah, I'll allow it. So you can see movement, like I said you could. If you dip up north one and then shoot it straight downwards into it, diagonally down, you should be able to get it and the one kind of shadowing behind it.
I actually think that if I go in a perfect diagonal up, I can actually hit the one behind it at exactly 30 feet. No, to the left. Right there? Oh, that's 35.
35.
This the boy you want.
Oh, yeah, because it technically adds...
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yep, I forgot about that. Okay, we'll do that. And I gotta remember what the actual... It's a saving throw for you, though, right?
Yeah, and then I think it's a couple damage dice for you. It should say, if you click on the speech bubble next to Dragon Breath, it should say what dice you need. Let's see. The DC is going to be 8 plus what's your Constitution modifier?
Constitution modifier is going to be 3.
3. Okay, so we're looking at a DC 13, and you're going to roll 2d6, and on a failure, they'll take the full amount. On a success, they'll take half. And it's roll dicey time.
I appreciate the Fire Emblem music.
Yeah. Don't say what it is, because then they'll know. If it's off in the background, I've noticed that a lot of streamers get away with it, so I've been trying to be cool like them. Not like anyone watches this, or my stuff is monetized anyways, but whatever. But yeah, let's see.
I'm not hitting it.
The Flame brand.
That one will dodge, and then the backup wolf will not. So if you click on the Michael, if you click on the left rule bar, there should be a dice. Looks like a 20-sided dice. It should give you options for dice rolls. Just click on the 2 next to the d6. It should drop 2 d6s. Okay, perfect.
Got a 5.
So the big wolf doesn't seem like it's terribly affected.
That sucks.
The one behind it looks like it takes the brunt of the shot and kind of gets a bit stumbled. For some reason, it didn't sit into repeat for the music. It should be good now. And yeah, decent lightning shot, but not enough to kill anything. All right, Aveline, you are up and adamant.
I had a question. So I
That's
still
my
have
big attack.
Okay, I had a question.
Shoot.
So I still had damage from the lightning door. I don't know if I regained any
You would have
hit
slept
points.
since then.
Okay, so I'm good.
Well, no, you wouldn't have slept since then. You
Oh.
traveled straight from there to here. Your long rest is currently in effect now. You haven't finished it, so you still have the damage.
So did we not spend the night till dusk at the secret tavern room?
No, you left there, didn't you?
We didn't rest. We were just hanging out there till he came and found us, and then we immediately
Oh, right,
left.
there was only an hour gap. Yeah,
and
you're
then,
right.
And then we rested here.
Here's what I'll do for you, because you did technically have time for a short rest, and again, it's been a while, so I'm going to be cool on the back seas there. On your sheet, Stephanie, do you see where it says hit dice? Kind of in the middle there.
Yes.
Go ahead and click the word hit dice, I think, and it should drop a dice out. Perfect. So add that many hit points to your current total, because you would have had time to rest inside of the cellar.
Gone too good. We don't deserve.
Okay, I feel more confident now.
Good. So it looks like Alenia is Mason board, ready to go and hang out with Hero on the front line. Looks like Hero is shooting lightning breath, and there appear to be wolves in the shadows. Sen's just waking up, so you can tell, and Nodder is still snoring.
I'm gonna go over to Nodder and give him a swift kick.
All right, so your action will be waking Nodder.
Stop.
There's no roll for that. You're awake.
Stop. I'm awake.
She's very persuasive. She kicks you once, it doesn't seem to work. She pulls her leg off and starts beating you in the head with it, and then
I think you drew blood. What is happening?
whoa. Okay. And then,
Wait.
go ahead.
Oh, is that all?
Did you have anything else, Stephanie? Sorry.
Oh yeah, I was asking, do I get anything else, or is that it?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you. It was like, it sounded like you were cutting off, and I thought you were stopping because I was talking and I was confused. Oh, the etiquette of Zoom. Do you want to move anymore? And do you have any bonus actions you can use to cast spells, maybe? There are some spells that can be cast as bonus actions. I don't know. Again, it's been a while. Let me take a look real quick.
Has been a while.
Nope. You do not have any bonus action spells.
All right. Well, okay. Most of the wolves are over yonder. I'm gonna move more over yonder.
Okay. And keep in mind, this is a tree that you can hide behind if you want.
Oh, come here. Does that count as behind?
Yep. If it were like, yeah, so the way we're ruling that is if it were here, it could attack you. If it were here, it couldn't. It can't go through trees. Okay, cool. It's wolf time. So, Hero. Let's see if you can live up to your namesake. The one that got shocked with lightning is going to be confused for the turn. This one is going to dash, or just regular move up to you. Wolves are pretty fast. Same is true here. Same is true there. And the dire wolf is going to continue its route. It looks like it's trying to hide, but it's very easily noticeable. It is about 5 foot high at the shoulders, this wolf in the south side. And it seems to be just kind of like a graying black hair and just a very beat up face, like it's been around for a while. That said, the winter wolf will bite at Hero. 14 misses, I believe.
Yeah.
The other wolves dive at you. They will have advantage due to pack tactics. That's not supposed to be rolled aloud, but does a 16 hit?
No.
All right.
18 armor class.
I'll go back to hiding behind my screen. 15 misses, and 12 misses. So all these dogs start jumping at you and trying to bite at you. You very nimbly kind of dodge out of the way, and it looks like they're trying to grab onto your extremities. Being a venerable individual like yourself, you know that the wolves typically will try and grab a hold of an extremity and drag and force down to the ground for pinning and biting. Alright, Sen, you are prone, but your turn is yours to do as you wish. It'll take half your movement to stand up.
Let me see. Am I allowed? I think I am. Am I allowed to shoot with my crossbow from a seated position?
You are, but any attack made from prone is disadvantage.
Right.
So if you were to shoot at, you can stand and kind of get into a kneeling position and fire from that. Because if you shoot that one adjacent to hero, your sneak attack will proc, so you'll be able to shoot it with the sneak attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get into a kneeling position and then shoot.
Okay. Go ahead and take the shot.
Okay.
Hit. And so roll
Sweet.
damage with an addition of sneak attack.
Oh, oops. I forgot to check that.
I don't think you need it anyways.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You get up, kind of get into the kneeling position, pull out the crossbow. The arcane motor creates the bolt and generates it as it fires it forward. It hits dead into the ear of the wolf as it's coming down from a landing from snapping at hero, and kind of just sprawls onto the ground, lying just still. Nodder, you hear the clunk of the crossbow, and we're just kicked awake, kind of waking up, looking over the fire, and seeing just teeth and shit surrounding hero.
No.
Teeth and shit.
The shit part surprised me the most.
Yeah, I hadn't. Whoa, this isn't
So I have-
sanitary.
Wolf shit in the woods?
Now they do.
Clearly, they do.
Why are they?
I only have half speed on regular movement, so I have to dash, right?
You'll
To
stand
get
up
to-
as a. You'll stand up. It'll cost you half of your speed to do so. So your base speed right now is 30. So it'll take 15 feet of movement from your amount to get up. And then if you dash, you'll add 30 to it, so you'll have a total of 45 to move.
All right.
And you can draw your axe in the process.
Oh, thank you. I will do so. And I will take stance over next to where
Alright.
the wolf that Sen killed is.
It kind of hits the ground just as you're kind of bolting into it. You kind of step onto it, and you can hear kind of just a as it just falls into the mud further and breaks a bit underfoot. The other two wolves kind of see you approaching and kind of back away. They look like they're kind of moving closer to the winter wolf, the larger, massive, dire white wolf, and are trying to kind of hide behind or underside that wolf.
Oh, well, they won't believe this.
All right.
Because I'm about to...
Alenia kind of.
Never mind.
Oh yeah. Do you have something?
Nope, never mind.
Okay.
Nope, don't work.
All right. Do you want to? You didn't want to rage or anything? No, don't. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll go ahead and go to Alenia. She settles her mace down to the side and raises her hand up, holding up the Atavian cross. As she does so, you feel emboldened. She blesses Sen, Nodder, and Hero. When she does so, she will allow for Nodder. You can spend your reaction using the order domain to make an attack for free.
Hey! Alright.
And you add a d4 to your attack roll.
Cool. And I will attack recklessly also.
No. Sorry, you cannot. You have to attack recklessly on your turn. Sorry.
Gotcha. Never mind then. Tree bar.
Tree bar.
One-handed.
Yep, that'll hit. And are you attacking one of the side wolves or the big wolf?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have called it.
No worries. I don't care. It's fine.
I'm attacking the side wolf.
Okay. So you kind of hear the blessing. You kind of feel the emboldened and swing straight down into it as you finish your march forward. You watch as it kind of dashes into it and knocks it away from the winter wolf. As it kind of sprawls to the side, you notice that it tries to get up in vain and kind of falls to the ground, weakened from the blow and terminated.
Awesome. Apologies. I also had rage turned on by accident.
No worries, no worries. I
that.
need to discount it. 11 was
Okay.
enough to do it, though. All right. That's Alenia. Hero, you are up, and remember, you are blessed. So all your attacks have an extra d4 to the attack roll.
Yep. Winter Wolf. Going to one hand this time. The Shatter Spike first.
Okay. Hit.
I got a 19. 13.
All right. It's still standing.
Secondary attack, but as a bonus action with my Vicious Longsword.
Good old 1-2.
This time I'll actually click the right thing. And it's a 22.
That hits.
You'll love to see it.
9 damage.
So as you kind of hit it with the two-hander and then spin back and around, everyone starts kind of rousing. Wolves are getting knocked down left and right beside you. Your main focus is the blue-eyed white wolf. You draw your second weapon, bring in the first blow, it hits. It kind of rears into it and then kind of pushes away as you drag in the second blade for that attack. It doesn't stumble back. It seems to be kind of leaning in on its front two paws, and you feel like there's a lot of power behind its back legs. You don't know what that means yet, but we'll get to it on its turn. Aveline?
Can I still move?
Yes, you certainly can, but if, again, opportunity attacks abound if you try to get away from me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am.
It's dog.
Let's see what happens.
It's dog time.
My blue eyes.
You can take it.
I'm gonna go ahead and. Do I have to move from behind?
You can
out from-
you can see the wolf, the big wolf, and you can see the little wolf directly to the west there. The big wolf directly to the south you can see as well. It so far hasn't been attacked, and it does look like it's bearing in on you.
There's a whole town like right next to us that's like, making fun of these guys. Why are they attacking us?
Because I think you're from the town, because that's where you came from.
I'm gonna go ahead and fire the southern wolf.
Okay. That will miss. It kind of ducks down and kind of moves towards the bush as the fire kind of passes by it. You see a light kind of faintly kind of burn off for a second in the mist behind it. But yeah, it does not hit. Do you want to move at all?
Yes, I'm gonna actually.
As you begin to move, you see Alenia kind of look over her shoulder to you and says, "Behind me," and she turns her shield to the southern direction. All right. The wolf, the big wolf, seems to yield for a second and kind of like that towards the dog next to it. You see it kind of yip for a second and then dart in towards Hero. And also another dog springs out over top of it. It seems like they're both trying to assail the one half, your left hand, with bites. First one's a big whiff, just jumps past and swings and misses. The next one kind of swings down at your leg and you kind of step back and aside as you kind of spin around, getting some power behind the next blow. Not having knocked you prone, the winter wolf grumpily will just go ahead and attempt the thing. Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw. Okay. It jumps up onto you. You feel its front paws kind of slap down on your shoulders, and its face kind of just comes down over top Hero's head, almost like it's engulfing its head, but off to the side of it. For some of you behind him, it looks like the wolf just bit his head off. But for those of you who are right next to him, you can see that he's moved his head and it's catching here. But yeah, it bites down hard on your shoulder. You take 15 points of piercing damage, and you feel its feet kind of try to push you down. And as you kind of react to the pain, you kind of shovel forward, and it knocks him back off of his front feet. It back down onto his front feet.
I have Sentinel.
Oh! Oh ho ho! Sorry, thank you. Let's go ahead and pause for a second. Rewind. Sans the time. Click and moving back. Go ahead and make your attack for him, basically triggering off the sentinel.
One-handed tree bar, because he attacked someone next to me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is that a reaction to do that? Sorry.
Yes.
You've already spent your reaction from Alenia's ability. Sorry.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
No worries, no worries. No, but good. Keep an eye on your feats. That's very important. So everything goes off as we explained it before. The wolf is done. Sen, you're up.
Cool.
It's crazy that didn't stop him. 22.
Oh, he didn't knock you down. Yeah, he was trying to push you down on your back. He did not do that.
Oh, so it's jeez.
It would have been worse than 15 damage.
That's crazy.
At least you don't have a frog making out with you.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
What is it with big things and big mouths trying to put hero in them?
With their mouths on it.
Elizabeth, what you got?
I feel like I missed something.
No worries. No worries.
Just keep going.
You're the star.
Don't even stop.
Get him, Sen!
I'm gonna go ahead and try and. How is that? Oh, I guess. Oh, because it's diagonal. I'm gonna try and aim at this white boy
Okay.
with my crossbow again.
That sounds honky dory.
Oh, wait. No, I can still do that.
This white boy.
12.
12 will miss. Yep. Bolt goes sailing. It hits into the fur, but it just kind of catches in the fur and doesn't really get through.
Free haircut.
Nodder.
I'm gonna try and hit this wolf.
That sounds
Attack my
smart.
boy. I'm gonna use my one-handed tree bar.
That'll hit.
Yo!
All right.
Does it auto-roll damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got it set to do so. So as you kind of bring the blade or the head of the axe kind of in, it kind of smashes into the side of the wolf's face, and the white becomes suddenly painted red as blood kind of just out of the side of its face. As you kind of pull back away from the axe blow after a nice drag downwards, the wolf kind of looks back up at you, and you can see that you've cut the side of its mouth open, and it's kind of hanging open a little bit on that side. It looks kind of messed up, and its anger very quickly subsides when it starts looking at you, and then to Hero, and you can see that there's fear in the beast's eyes.
It's not a good look, bro. It's not a good look.
Alenia. Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. I'm gonna go back because I was supposed to be fighting with myself and I forgot to do it. My direwolf is gonna beat up my NPC here. I lied.
Oh no.
You see Alenia kind of get her shield up and kind of catch the wolf's head and kind of back off a couple feet and then push out like that, so the wolf kind of spins to the side and then kind of collects itself. Once that's done, Alenia kind of reaches down for the mace, draws it, and will go in on this big boy.
Doge.
She misses. She kind of swings down, and the wolf spinning around kind of hops back with all 4 feet and kind of catches itself and kind of pounces back in, as dogs are wont to do. All right, Hero.
Hey. With a roar, I second wind as a bonus action.
1d10 plus level.
That's 1d10. Yep, so that's plus 4. Man, that could have been better, but that's still 5.
Yeah, better than 0.
I gain 5 health. And then two-hand my Shatter Spike
Okay.
to attack the White Wolf. Or no, I'm going to say one-handed, actually.
Okay.
21.
That'll work.
11.
And then offhand attack with Vicious.
I already spent a bonus action.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep, that was it.
Cool. But still have them both out. Good deal. All right, Aveline.
I'm gonna do fire at this one, the
The one
south
inside.
of here.
Okay. That'll hit. And you just click the word firebolt to drop the damage.
Okay.
Pew, 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 pew! Not much. Alright. It'll go to the wolves. The winter wolf will recharge. Alright.
Lucky wolf.
The two of you can both make an opportunity attack if you want to spend your reaction to do so.
It is automatic.
Yes.
It's not automatic. You don't have to take it. You can use your reaction for something else.
I will be using my reaction to attack.
It is moving away from you, Nodder, which is important for Sentinel.
I am absolutely taking that attack.
Okay.
Who first?
Either or.
David?
Oh, one-handed tree bar him.
Yeah. So Sentinel basically halts him from moving, so he will not get the move. And then Shatter Spike.
Wait, so he doesn't get the move. Does that mean I don't have my opportunity attack, or?
Technically, the trigger happened, so
Okay.
yeah, you would still get it. Because they both are technically happening simultaneously. You do miss,
Gotcha.
though, so...
Okay, yeah, I missed this
Basically, you're anticipating a farther swing because the wolf seems to be pretty, it's moved pretty fast so far. And as you kind of swing out, you can see that Nodder kind of brings down the hook beard of Trevar, grabs a hold of the shoulder of the beast, and kind of drags him back inwards. And it causes you to kind of just shuffle and kind of hit the side of the wolf with your pommel. And you're like, what the fuck? When did you learn to do that?
well, you get to be cool this time, Nodder.
It kind of angrily kind of looks to Nodder, focusing in on him, and it goes and breathes cold at him. Even though it's trying to get you both in this, it will only get Nodder for this. I need a dexterity saving throw from you, Nodder.
Oh, I'm not good at that. Can it be medicine? So I'm not that way either.
Dex saving throw, yeah.
I was clicking the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
But I'm not good at that.
Alright, so you will take a total of 18 cold damage as it breathes directly into your chest, and you can kind of feel like your hair kind of standing on end and kind of brittly breaking apart as it breathes directly into your chest. As that's happening, the two side wolves are going to attempt to grab this hero. Miss hit! It took 8 tries, but I got you. Take 5
Finally hit.
5 points of piercing damage, and I need a strength saving throw.
Okay.
23 on the strength.
As you kind of slam into him, or slam at him with Shatter Spike and back away and look at Nodder confused, you feel one of the wolves kind of jump up and bite onto your gauntlet. You kind of shake it down to the side, but you feel its head kind of snap like away from you as it's trying to kind of grab a hold of your arm and spin your weight downwards, but it doesn't get a lock. Alright. And then the big wolf, who I'm not going to forget this time, will attack Alenia. Let's see.
Alright, and just so I understand, everything in Sentinel is basically a reaction.
Kind of. So let's look at it together real quick. Okay, so wording precise, because I want to make sure it's precise. When you hit with an opportunity attack, the speed of the creature that you hit with it becomes 0. So even if that opportunity attack wasn't triggered from movement, although usually opportunity attacks are triggered from movement, it stops them from moving. Okay? That's passive. That happens all the time.
Okay.
Creatures provoke opportunity attacks from you, even if they were going to disengage from you and leave your reach. So you know how Sen can disengage as a bonus action, get away, and then shoot stuff? You would say no to that, and as she tries to move away, you could get an opportunity attack even though normally you wouldn't be allowed to, because you're special. And then combo that with the thing above. She tries to disengage from you, you hit her, and then the passive ability says she stops.
Okay, so it's the same opportunity attack rules.
Sorry, they stop. Sorry. Elizabeth's character stops. And then the last one, when a creature within 5 feet of you is attacked, this is the one that we were going to do, you can spend your reaction to make a melee attack against the attacking creature. This is not an opportunity attack. This is a special type of reaction. So it is separate. So yeah, it's a passive ability. It is a passive ability that affects... It's a passive ability that affects opportunity
attacks.
Yeah. And then the last one is something new.
Reaction. Gotcha. All right. I am up to date.
The wolf breathes into your chest. It's done the little wolf's attack, and then the big wolf was attacking you. Almost made me forget again.
That's part of my plan.
All right, so attacks Alenia. You watch as Alenia kind of gets her shield up, but the wolf kind of catches it with its foot, and then instead of biting into the shield, kind of turns its head along the side of the shield and grabs a hold of the shield arm. You then watch as it comes down, it spins its head, and you watch as Alenia goes ass over tea kettle and is basically thrown to the ground with the wolf, who is now kind of standing atop of her, and kind of has her prone. All right. Sen, you're up.
Hey, I am going to pivot, and since this big boy is closer, I'm going to aim at the... Is it a dire wolf?
It appears to be a dire wolf.
Okay. I'm going to aim at him.
Hits.
Sweet.
And
6.
sneak. I think you should have 2d6 for sneak attack if you just want to throw 2 dice.
Oh. I didn't know that was...
Yeah, so sneak attack happens if you have an ally within 5 feet, or if you have advantage for the attack.
Ah.
Solid shot, catches it in the side of the neck, and you watch as it kind of reels back away from Alenia. A bit of the blood coming out of the dire wolf does kind of splatter onto the ground near Alenia, and looks like a good divider. The wolf's attention does change from her on the ground to across the fire to Sen. Nodder.
La me. I will attack the big blue eyes white wolf with the one-handed tree bar. Oh my!
13 will miss. Oh no!
Oh,
Are you say you're attacking recklessly? I didn't hear that.
I didn't actually pull it when it was my turn.
Yeah, 13 will actually hit though. So 13 damage.
Oh.
All right. Tell me how you'd kill that wolf.
I'd aim for the ear and go down for the jaw.
Okay. You see the wound that's already been left by the axe blow before. You kind of cycle up, getting the shield up to kind of hide the attack. Bring it in straight for that same spot and catch it in the ear, side of the face, and drag it down into the neck. And you feel it bite and stick. And the wolf seems to kind of reel a bit, and you kind of feel yourself tugged. But then you plant the feet and hold, and as it pulls away, it rips its own kind of neck out on the beard of the weapon and falls backwards. The other wolves kind of immediately go and look scared. It does look like their resolve has been broken, with the exception of the big one over here in Alenia. Alenia laying prone, kind of looks up, sees Hero kind of beaten and a bit wounded, and she yells out to him, "Fight!" And as she yells that, she heals you for...
Oh!
Fancy.
I know. These words have power.
6 hit points. And as a reaction, if you so choose, you can make a single weapon attack against a target within 5 feet.
Oh.
As your reaction.
That's only Hero.
For me?
Yeah.
On one of these other 2 wolves?
Correct.
Yeah, I will use it towards the one kind of bottom left to me.
Okay.
With Shatter Spike. That's an 8. Not good.
All right. So as you kind of come in and kind of spin around, confused, you feel like regenerated, and you swing down towards the dog. And as you do, it kind of leaps up and catches your hand as you're holding it, and you're kind of surprised and startled by this movement. And you let go of the weapon, and the wolf bites down and now has your sword in its hand, in its mouth.
Oh my god, it's Sif!
Like that game!
But yeah, you do relinquish
Animal
it
Crossing.
Monster.
Animal Crossing.
Oh man.
from
Just
that.
like Animal Crossing.
It's gone straight Sif.
That was her bonus action. As her movement, she stands, and as her action, she will attempt to smash with her metal stick. She
Oh, the wolf.
she does, as the wolf is kind of coming in and catches her like here on the bottoms of the wrists, and her doing so causes the mace to fly over top of the dog and kind of land over in the grass and branches over there. As everyone's throwing weapons around for no reason. Hero.
The dog that has my sword in its mouth, I want to yell at it to fight for me. And can I try to tame it? Is that possible? There's animal handling, I see.
Yeah, I would say because of the violence being reaped, you would have disadvantage, but I will allow you to use your action to make an animal handling check if you want.
Oh man, that's so bad for me, but I have to do it.
That's amazing.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
We're getting a puppy.
I want to Sif. I want to Sif me.
It just works.
Oh. We're not getting a puppy.
In response, we'll kind of like
Inspiration.
do one of these with the sword hilt, and you can see that it's chewing apart the leather and kind of like, you know, causing some problems for the handle, and then just kind of throws it off to the side, and it kind of hits into the grass, kind of south of your location, and it kind of spins its attention at you and just bares its fangs like at you.
Well, I got a bonus with my secondary attack, right?
You have to make an attack first.
I do have to make an attack? Okay. Well, you know, if I didn't try,
You're like, come on! And it's like, nah.
that would have been the best.
Yeah, if you'd rolled well, it would have been great.
Okay. Yep.
Aveline, no puppy parties. Uh-oh, Nayland heard.
I want to
She's
go up to this one and electric grass.
shot and grasp it. Alright. Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Shot collar.
Don't roll damage. You see it kind of spinning its attention towards Hero. You rush forward and kind of grab it and lift it up with your hand. And it just kind of falls to the ground, slightly spicier. I assume you yell something like,
Yeah, completely in character.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of thunder. But no, you just...
Exactly.
Finish him.
Bad puppy.
In my head, I imagine her just patting the dog on the head.
Any other movement at all?
That'll be it.
Okay.
That'll do.
The wolf crew. This one who is looking at you watches that happen, sees the dead winter wolf, sees the situation as it stands. It is going to disengage. So safely move away from you and dart that direction.
Oh, come on.
Double checking my wolf speed. I was correct. All right. The big wolf doesn't really understand that the fight's going badly, and will continue to fight Lenya.
Spicy.
Ooh.
Oh, I should have said no one disturbs my sleep.
Aww.
So
You disturb mine.
Sen, you're watching over there, seeing dogs run off and lightning dogs, and then you hear kind of the sickening kind of pop sound, and when you scan back over to Alenia and the big dog, you can see that he has leaped back onto her again, and instead of biting her hands this time, he has grabbed her full on shoulder and neck and just kind of pulls down, and you hear this kind of sound as she's being dragged down, slammed face first into the grass, and the wolf kind of coming over her with a bit of cloth and meat in its mouth.
Oh, shit.
Looks like a pretty savage wound. It is your initiative.
I'm gonna shoot that dog.
That's smart.
Euthanization, here you come.
Based on the last couple of attack rolls, I assumed you were going to pull the trigger, and then like it was going to cause the crossbow to fly away from your hands. But no, that's a hit.
Save the day.
Give me the damage.
Mouse, come on, work. There we go.
And
10.
sneak attack.
Oh, and sneak. 5.
All right. And I'm assuming just a clean kill on that one.
Yeah.
Right into the eye. And Wolf kind of
Euthanization.
drops down. Its weight kind of lands near Alenia, but not on her. Had you shot it just a second later, it probably would have landed on top of her, or been on top of her already. Solid shot. Sen. Nodder, do you wish to pursue?
One that's gotten away?
The one that's running, yeah.
I can't catch up.
Okay.
I just yell, "You won't make it in this kind of world."
Okay.
Dear God.
It makes sense to me. Don't worry about it.
Alenia's gonna heal herself. You watch as she kind of rolls over from her face covered in dirt and grass, and she kind of grabs a hold of her wound, and you can see it start to stitch itself back together from the blessing she's casting on herself.
Man, that must be nice.
It would have actually gotten rid of Bless, but nobody was really having to use it at all, so... yeah, here, are you going to pursue or no?
No mercy.
I can't really. Oh, it's pretty far away.
I went 40, I think.
She says as the few remaining dog hairs in her hand just kind of sizzle away.
Really, no
Mercy.
No mercy.
I really can't. So no.
Okay, you could drop your sword into the ground since you only have one out, and then draw your bow and shoot. If you want to kill it. If not, just let it go. I'm not going to make it too big a deal about it. If you say no, that's fine. I think your wife is going to take a shot at it, though. Alright, I'm going to move.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Alright. Okay, go ahead and take your shot, Stephanie. It will be the last shot that you'll get before this thing just dashes off into the darkness, though.
Better be a good one.
Don't throw away your shot.
That's a hit. Yeah.
Nice.
It hits it. It doesn't seem to slow it, though. It continues rushing off.
Well, let that be a reminder not to wake us up.
All right. Good deal. Let me go ahead and just flip a thingy. Do a flip. Oh, what a transition. That was... Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
know you were a gymnast.
I do
Oh my god.
all the cartwheels. The wheels of the cart. But yeah, bunch of dead dogs laying next to you. Alenia pretty wounded. Hero pretty wounded. Yeah. What do you do in the aftermath?
Raid their body for resources.
Okay. You are
There's fur.
pretty sure that the white wolf and the dire wolf would be able to yield a pretty decent sized winter cloak if tanning and the like was done correctly. So someone trained in survival would need to attempt a survival check to process the beasts.
Oh.
Anyone have good survival?
I think it's
Me and
Nodder and
Daddy.
I.
So per animal, you can only make one attempt, and you have to kind of choose who's going to do it. Or you can work together in tandem, pick your primary, and that person can make a check with advantage if you're working together.
Oh. So we only get one.
Has the best.
Yeah, because if you fail the process, you're ruining the possibility of keeping the pelt.
I'll assist.
I'm 2 survival.
Yeah. So for this process,
I
you have
have
to be
7.
trained. if you are trained in it, then you can attempt it. And it sounds like Sen is better at the role than you. So,
Absolutely.
Nodder, you'll be helping, and Sen, you'll be primary.
Okay.
And while those two are basically pelting, go ahead, Elizabeth, give me 2 rolls. Elenia is kind of just trying to fix her clothing and her wound. What would the other 2 like to do? Aveline and Hero? Anything?
I'm gonna go collect my shatter spike
Yep. Just laying
and
there
just
on the
make sure
grass.
that it's all good.
Yeah, that's good.
'Cause-
The leather of the handle's been kind of torn up a bit, but you're pretty sure you can just. I mean, it's not going to cause too much problems grip wise. It just looks terrible. You should probably be able to restrap it if you have any leather on you or in town if you can find leather straps. And Aveline?
I'm just gonna go back where I was resting before and sit back down.
Okay.
That's a boss move.
Fair.
Which one did you do first, you two? The wolf, the winter wolf, or the dire wolf?
I think the winter wolf.
Okay. You'll manage to get 2 winter cloaks by the end of the evening. Based on when you were attacked, you should have enough hours to dry out the skin, the hide, if you will, and be able to utilize the cloaks tomorrow. They might smell a bit, but they should, over time, kind of air out and lose the scent of dead animal. It won't linger for too long. But, yeah. Not a problem. So 2 winter cloaks. 1 white and 1 dark grayish black. Okay. The last bit of the watch goes by uneventfully. You manage to kind of get through the rest of your rest with a little tacked on at the end there, just to kind of go over and get the full amount of rest. And we're looking at 9 o'clock. We could. We're stopping at 9, right? Just double making
so.
sure. I should ask before the game. I always forget.
I would like to. Yes.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So then, we will pick up next session, with the continuation of the travel to Strafania, the town to the east, with an ally, or hopeful ally, therein. I will close out with one little bit though. During the morning of the next day, as you travel, the road does seem to kind of go through a hillier region. And you move towards what appears to be a massive gate. And that's where we'll pick up next session.
Ooh.
All right. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream, and we'll be back next week.
Bye.
All right. Bye.